Oh, what a game is in prospect. The international break is over. We have got an absolute classic Friday night game this week. Leeds United against the Blades. Looking forward to this one. Here to preview it, we've got Dan and Connor on Where Blades Walk. I'm looking forward to this one, the Jayden Bogle derby. Dan, Connor, we'll get your thoughts on this in a second. But if you haven't yet followed the channel, please do so. Drop your subscribe, drop your like. Connor, the Wednesday fans have been saying you haven't played anyone good yet. That's why you're at the top of the league. Well, this is your chance. This is a statement game, isn't it, for Blades to put a marker down and go to Ellen Road and win. Something you've actually done 2 out of the last 3 times you've been there. How's it going to go, Connor?
Oh, well, I wouldn't like to call anything just yet. Obviously, Leeds, they've got a great team. Luckily for us, I know they've had a couple of injuries. I think Ampadu's out until, I think, 2025, so that works in our favour, hopefully. But yeah, going into a derby, forms out the window, literally anything could happen. I was there last time when Basham scored the iconic goal, and it was definitely one of the best away days I've had. Again, before that, David Brooks scoring the winner late on. So we've had some really memorable days there. So I'd like to think we can go there and definitely go for the 3 points.
Yeah, a great record at Ellen Road in recent years, Dan. And we mentioned Bogle before. Will you be giving a little round of applause as he runs towards the away end?
Probably not. I mean, he did do well for us. I will say that. I thought it was a good player for us. But as Connor said, form goes out at window. I think it's a big game, fantastic game, a game we can definitely get a result from. I think organisation wise, they're into team in the league better than us. But like you say, anything can happen in a derby game. But it's a funny one though. It's a funny one though from Wednesday fans because all they played. They've played a lot of really bang average teams, and they're getting dicked a lot. So,
All right, let's have a look at the team then. Let's get your team selections and drop us a comment who you think should start. This was the side that 2 weeks ago beat Luton, which feels like a long time ago now. Connor, would you make any changes to this? We don't change a winning side.
Well, I think it's all about rotation. Obviously, from the Luton game, Brewster, etc., come into the team. I think Brewster very much deserved his spot. I would like to see possibly O'Hare swapped. Obviously, we need him back in. I think the whole reason he was rested for Luton was to make sure he didn't get that yellow card and get suspended. So definitely, I'd like to see Gus come in. Harrison Burrows back at left back, but for me, I'd keep the rest of the team the same.
All right, Dan.
Yeah, agree with that. I think you've always got to have Gus Hamer in there. You potentially got a shout about O'Hare. You could potentially stick somebody else in that role, but to be honest, I think the more that O'Hare plays, I think it will get better, and we'll see a little bit more from him. But yeah, Harrison Burrows again in for McCallum. Like I say, I don't have an issue with anybody coming in because I think all the squad, based on the last couple of games, the squad rotation is really good and really strong. So I haven't really got an issue with it.
All right, definitely looking forward to this one. Let's have a look at your fixtures then, because we've got another international break coming up after the big derby. More on that in a minute. But this is going to be an interesting little spell of games, isn't it, for the Blades? Because you've got Leeds away, then Middlesbrough away, and then you've got home game against Stoke, more away games against Blackburn and Bristol City, and then the big one, the Wednesday visit on Sunday, the November the 10th, just before we go into the next international break. So, 2 interesting home games and 4 away from home. Is it fair to say, Connor, we'll know a lot more about where Blades are going to finish after this spell of games?
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Obviously, we've got Leeds coming up, big derby game. Wednesday as well, obviously, is going to be massive. Blackburn, I think there's only one game they've lost this season, so that's going to be a real tough fixture. I think the last few times we've been there, we never seem to get anything out of it. Bristol City, I think they've got a really, really good home record at the moment, so there won't be any pushovers. So yeah, if we can keep the unbeaten run going through to Wednesday, I think that will really show our intent and will be almost searched for promotion at that point, in my opinion.
You don't want Wednesday being the team to end the in the unbeaten run.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not. Looking forward to these Blades games coming up this next 6 weeks, couple of midweeks as well. Okay, but after this Leeds game, it will be 10 games gone. And my final question to you this week is: everyone says after 10 games, then we'll know a lot more about where we're going to be. So I'm going to ask you again: where will Sheffield United finish this season? Dan?
I think realistically, you've got to say, I'm going to sit on the fence a little bit in the top 6. I think it's a long season. You've just mentioned those 6 fixtures, which again, absolutely outrageously good fixtures, difficult teams. Every team's going to give you a different game. It's so tough. You've got to play Blackburn twice. You've got to play Sunderland twice, Leeds twice. It's huge. But if we can finish, I'd like to say top 2, but I'm going to say top 6 because I think that's more. I think that is a realistic aim at this point.
Okay, Connor.
For me, top 2. I think at minute, just the way we are, how we're playing, obviously defensively, absolutely solid. It'd be really nice for us to maybe go for the champion spot. We've had a few promotions in second. Playoffs just isn't our cup of tea. If we get there, we may as well just say we're done for the season. So yeah, we've got to aim for them automatics because playoffs is never good for us.
All right. What do you think? Drop it into the comments below. Thank you very much. You two, enjoy your trip to Elland Road. Behave yourself, and we'll see you on the other side of that to look ahead, of course, to Middlesbrough and to the next game, of course, away from home. Thank you very much for watching with Blaze Walk. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe. We really appreciate all the love that we get from you on this channel, and we'll see you next week.